We used the camera with different features such as time-lapsing, as we felt this would add more of an interesting concept to our video. For the clouds and clock, we turned on the time-lapse feature, then left the camera to take many consecutive photos. We then used Sony Vegas to edit our music video, as we could add effects and play around with different technologies. We added all the photos taken with the time-lapsing feature together, and then sped these up to show time passing and to show the couple's relationship changing over time. We also sped many shots up, for example the ballet shots and the swing, as we felt this would fit in better with the music video and wouldn't drag on as much for the audience, so keeping them interested. A common feature we used in the editing process was opacity. We placed two different shots over the top of each other but faded them so the audience could see them at the same time. We did this for different reasons. For example, at the beginning we put a shot of the boy over the girl to briefly introduce him to the audience before the main narrative became clear. Another part we used this in was for some of the performance shots, where we put these over the top of other things, for example a rose, to make it different for the audience so they were not all just purely performance shots. With the rose we sped this up and then reversed it so it looked like it was being put together rather than being taken apart. I felt this worked well as it showed how the couple's relationship was being put back together and going well. We edited the shots together to the beat of the music, not necessarily in a specific order. This helped to emphasise important parts of the music as the shot changed when the beat changed. We also kept the order quite random, as this was how video games was done. However, there was a slight order for some of the shots, for example the narrative shots, so not to confuse the audience too much. I used Photoshop to edit the digipack and magazine advert, as there were many different features I could use in this. This is a more difficult program than others, so it took time to get used to, for example the different layers. I played around with the hue and saturation on my images to enhance them and to make the colours fit with the colours in the music video. For the front and back covers of my digipack, I cut out the photo of the artist from the background and then put this over a background of roses, as I felt this was more interesting than just keeping the normal background. It also made it tie in better with the music video, as a rose was commonly used in that as well. I made it look as though the photo of the artist on the back cover was the same photo as that on the front cover but from the back, as I thought this would add an interesting concept to my digipack. I kept the theme of natural photos running through the digipack and magazine advert, then added a sepia effect over the top of both of them, as we did for the video as well. I used Blogger to present my research on final products, as this way it can all be viewed together. I embedded photos and text together to show pre-production, for example mise-en-scène, location and lyric analysis, as well as feedback. This further showed our ideas for the music video and how we changed it according to our feedback. I could also show the convention I researched for my digipack and magazine adverts, as well as some analysis I did on existing products to make it easier in the editing stage when making my own products.